Alright, so this is just going to be a short little video, just showing you some things you may not know about creating creature in Spore. One thing you might not know is that this screen right here, if you hold down the left or right mouse button and move around, you can actually play with this, and that's fun for like 5 seconds. Alright, so let's go ahead and click on the creature creator. Create a creature, and you get this little random shape, and I'm going to assume you already know how to like scroll and make that larger, and click on here and stretch that out. I didn't click on it, there you go. Stretch that out. So just assume you know that. So one thing you may not know, if we attach a limb on here, and I know I just attached an arm, but I consider it a limb because you can make this a foot or whatever. So the same thing with the spine, how you just hover over it and scroll. You can do the same thing on these joints right here. You just hover over one of them and scroll, and it'll become bigger. So, we got some pretty beefy arms there. So, what we're gonna go ahead and do is, well, actually, I kind of want to add some extra joints here. So, say you're not satisfied with these three joints. Maybe you want 20. Just some arbitrary number. The only limit you're gonna get is from the complexity meter. Which is just a parts limit. So, what you can do, instead of getting rid of these hands and attaching more arms, you can just hold down the control key and then click on this and just drag it right off. So now we got these little nubs going on. So you can then hold down the Alt key and hover over it, and it'll let you copy it. So then just click and you made a copy. And then if you want to attach another limb to another limb, you just hold down the control key. And it automatically sizes, so you don't have to worry about that. So let's just do that a few times. Not so, my bad. Alright. Maybe one more for good measure, right? Alright. Reaching the end over there. Alright. So then let's go ahead and use the same principle as it will work for any other limb. Throw those on there. Stretch that out a little, and let's go ahead and just throw one more on there. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. Alright, so you probably may know this, but you don't have to have these hands on here. You can just take those off. And, then we can just throw a weapon on here. So let's go ahead and just throw a little spike on there. So, maybe you want this bigger, right? So you can stretch it like that. Maybe make it a little curved. And stretch it that way. Alright, so we reached the max amount we can stretch it. But maybe you want it bigger, so we can use the same principle as we did with the spine and with, just hovering over the joint and making it bigger. We just hover over this, and we scroll with the wheel, and we can make it even bigger. So that's pretty much the max size. So if you ever stretch something out and you still want it to be a little bit bigger, you can always try just hovering your mouse over it and scrolling with your wheel and seeing if you can't get it a little bit bigger. Alright, so those are crossing. So we don't want those to cross, so we're just going to go ahead and rotate them so that they're... I didn't want to do that. See, sometimes you use this little rotation ball and it doesn't rotate the way you want it to. So let's just undo that. That's bad. We just want to scroll them towards the joint. We don't want that crazy whatever it was doing. So one thing you might not know is you can select it. And you see we have this ring here, which lets us, rotate it like this. Well, if you hold down the tab key, we actually get a whole bunch of those rotation rings. So now we can just, rotate it this way a little, and this way a little. We can get more precise. And that comes in real handy for doing some nice precision work. Alright, so we got a nice four-armed tusked creature here going on. But of course you need the mouse, so let's go ahead and remove these. Throw both on there. See, that kind of looks like a claw, so Let's throw that on there. And, you know, then we can do the same thing where we stretched it, you know, and then make it even bigger with the scroll wheel. So we got some, like, lobster mouth claws there going on. Alright, so now we can rotate this, you know, like this, but we can't rotate it side to side or, you know, in the z-axis. I don't know which axis it would be on, you know, rotating it like that, you know, like that. So we can then hold down the tab, and, you know, then we get those wheels. So now we can scroll it like that. You know, crab people, alright. You know, and then, you know, this way. But we don't get that third one, and I think the reason for that is, you know, this is set to only go one way, so it doesn't need to have this third one, because this pretty much just acts as the third one, so we can never accidentally move it off of that axis. Alright, so those are just some things you may not have known about the Spore creature creator and making a creature. Yeah, I know, paint mode, whatever. Alright, so go ahead and just get creative and have fun and make some interesting, weird, maybe terrifying creatures, maybe some nice creatures, and just enjoy yourself and have fun. Thanks for watching.